Now, he never made it to the great offices of state, but Alf Morris had a more positive influence on the lives of more people in this country than many a politician before or since. As a backbench MP in 1970, he piloted into law a bill described as a Magna Carta for disabled people. Lord Morris, as he later became, devoted his entire political life to improving the lot of disabled people, and his death at the age of 84 has promoted tributes from across the political and social spectrum. Our health and social care correspondent Victoria MacDonald has this report.
Lord Morris was a tireless campaigner, driven by a sense of injustice at the way he saw people, especially those with disabilities, being treated. Born Alf Morris into poverty with a father badly injured in the First World War, he would always say that his beginnings formed his later views.
Early on, it was fighting, simply for recognition, simply to be allowed a legal existence. That's how it was for disabled people.
For years, he fought for better rights for people with disabilities. And as MP for Manchester Wythenshawe, it was he who introduced the pioneering Chronically Sick and Disabled Persons Bill, which became law in 1970. 30 years later, he recalled what he told Parliament during that debate.
If we could each bequeath one precious gift to posterity, I would choose a society in which there's genuine compassion for long-term sick and disabled people, where understanding is unostentatious and sincere, where needs come before means, where if years can't be added to their lives, at least life can be added to their years.
It is actually impossible to overstate the impact of his bill. Wheelchair ramps, handrails, there was nothing to say that public buildings had to provide these. In fact, nobody even really knew just how many disabled people there were. Even wheelchairs in the House of Lords are due to him. They removed the front row of the crossbench to create what they now call the mobile bench of peers.
Alf Morris believed in freedom and independence for disabled people and real opportunities. And what he did was he campaigned fearlessly and constantly for things like proper education for disabled children. You know, before that, kids were just away in institutions.
I always took care as Minister for Disabled People to take advice from him about what he thought about things. But yes, if he thought you were wrong, he wouldn't stop telling you. And he knew how to campaign, did Alf, and he was very effective at it.
In fact, his most recent campaign was on behalf of the thousands of haemophiliacs given contaminated blood, including setting up an independent inquiry into how this happened. And today it was said of Lord Morris, who died on Sunday after a short illness, that he had changed and improved the lives of millions.